Hello everyone, welcome to DocEngage. This is Jayashree. In this video, I'm going to train you about EMR, which means Electronic Medical Record, where you can manage your complete patient clinical data. When a patient walks into your clinic or hospital, you need to register that person as a patient in order to maintain their complete data. So let me show you how to register a patient. Here we have register new patient option. If you click on this, you will be redirected to registration form. Here you can enter the source MRN, which means medical record number. You can enter the UID number. If they have any health card ID, you can enter that health card number here, and you need to enter their basic to advanced details. We have given the star mark here, red star mark, which means these are the mandatory fields. You need to enter these mandatory fields, and then only you can save the register this patient. So let me register one patient now. And register it. Which care center you want to register this patient, you can select that care center and give the date of birth and enter the mobile number and email ID. If you want to add any general notes, you can add general notes in the sticky note section. If you want to capture their contact details, you can capture their contact details, emergency contact information. If you want to capture any of the relationship numbers, contact details, you can enter their details as well. If you want to capture their previous medical history, you can capture that from this medical history field. And if you want to add any allergies, problems, blood group, you can add them here. And if you want any additional information, you can add the additional information as well. After adding all the mandatory and required field, if you want to upload any photo, you can upload or capture the photo as well. Just by clicking on this camera option here, you will be able to capture their photo. If you want to print this form, you can just print the form directly from here. A print form will open where the complete patient details will be shown. You can print this form and click on save. This patient got registered. That patient data is showing in this patient list page. If you want to edit this patient data, you can just click on the edit patient. Again, this edit page will open. You can modify the data and upload it. Update this patient data updated successfully. If you want to book an appointment, you can click on these three dots, which means actions button. If you want to book appointment, you can book appointment from here. This appointment page will open where you can add the services, packages, and save. And you can create invoice directly from here as well. If you want to create invoice, you can create the invoice and save. Invoice got saved successfully. If you want to receive payment, you can receive payments directly from here. By selecting invoice, the payment amount will show here. Mode of payment you can select, and then just receive the payment. Payment got received. So if you want to share the payment link, you can share the payment link, verify the email ID. If you want to remove this patient, you can deactivate this patient, which removes complete data of this patient. If you want to find and merge, for example, there is one duplicate patient which is already registered. You want to merge both the find and merge the patient, then you can find and merge just by selecting the patient, searching the patient name and selecting their complete data will show here. If you want to merge, you can just enter merge here. This merge option will show. And also if you can choose which patient to keep as survival record and which patient data to deactivate as well. If you want to deactivate this patient, you can select this patient first and merge with other patient. If you want to keep this other patient as a deactivate and you want to keep this patient data as survival, then you can Go to this patient name and merge. Let me merge and show you. This patient got merged and that data has gone. So this is how we merge the patient. So let me move on to next feature. This is potential duplicate. Potential duplicate means based on the DocEngage default rules, these patients will be marked as potential duplicates, which means a patient has came to your hospital before 1 month or few months. After few again that patient has come to your hospital to take a service. Your front desk person or your staff has registered that patient without knowing that this patient data is already there with DocEngage, has registered again. So this patient has registered twice. So that makes that there is one more duplicate patient data. So this may, based on the DocEngage rules, that patient is said to be potential duplicate. Like if the name matches 60%, mobile number or email gender matches, then that patient will show in the potential duplicate list page. Then patient data uploader. If you have bulk patient data which you want to upload into DocEngage, you can download this CSV file from here, modify the data based on this file, and then just upload it from this upload option. So all the data will be uploaded to DocEngage and you can manage the patient's data. You can even monitor the patient uploaded, how much data is uploaded, how much it is repeated, how much the DocEngage has ignored, what is the bad data. You can, if there is any bad data, you can check, modify, and again upload the patient data to this DocEngage. Next, we have patient reports as well. You can check where you can check the patient summary, patient in the graphical representation. If you want to see in the list view, you can see in the list view as well. It will show patient visit by age, visit daily, how many new patients are registered. All the data it will show here. If you want to download, you can download it as well. We have date filter and case center filters also. You can use the filters, modify the data as per your requirement and download. Next, we have patient tracker where you will see all the patient data tracker. It will show the complete patient data here. If you want to use the filters, you can use the filters and modify the data and see. Next, visit report. Visit report is it will show the complete patient visit reports when that patient has visited, how much. It will show the date, who's the provider which treated this given service to this patient, visited at which care center, all the data it will show in this visit report. Never visited, if there is any patient registered and now has not taken any services from your hospital or clinic, then that patient list data will be shown here. Inactive patient, based on the configuration rules which you give, the patient will be marked as inactive. For example, there is one patient who has registered 1 year ago and now they are not visiting your hospital. Based on the configuration which you do, that patient will be shown as inactive. That configuration part I will show you in some time. Then by referral, if there is any patient by referral, that patient data will be showing here. We also have one more option to register patient. If you click on this create button, you can register a new patient. Same, the registration form will open where you can register the patient. You can use this as a shortcut as well. So now let me go into this configuration part. In EMR configuration, you can configure this patient registration form as per your hospital or clinic requirements. If you want to enable religion field, you can enable this field. If you want maternity field, fertility fields, you can enable this field and update. And then if you want to rename any field label, you can rename this field label, which will be showing in the patient registration form. If you want source MR and patient date of birth and sticky note to be mandatory, you can mark this as enable, and this will become a mandatory field in the registration form. Then this is the potential duplicate configuration where this is the default rule which we are giving. If you want to enable source MRN which exactly matches, then you can enable this. Then based on the source MRN, that patient will be marked as a potential duplicate. If you want to keep both the rules, you can keep both, or if you want to disable, you can disable by giving none. Then patient identifier fields, required fields. Which fields are mandatory in your organization? For example, you want national ID to be mandatory, you can keep any one, or like if you want to keep both as mandatory, you can keep both as a mandatory, like national health card ID and national unique national ID as well. Then if you want to keep the sticky notes, sorry, if you want to keep strict mobile number, you can enable this. If you enable this feature, then the country code and the mobile number digits should match. Then only you can register that patient. If you give the relaxed mobile number, then this does not only valid number entered. It should be 8 digits to 14 digits. Then if you enter 8 to 14 digits mobile number, then you can register the patient as well. Then just click on the save. Hope you all understood about EMR, how to register a patient and how to do the configuration. Thank you all.